You want to watch that hornbeam? You are nursing a viper to your bosom? Ah, yes. The time he finishes with you, you will be bosomless.
That's what £1 million looks like.
Oh, be still, my fluttering, foolish heart.
Mumsy.
No, quiet, Julian. Mumsy is having a profoundly spiritual experience.
I was just going to say, people are coming.
With a dog.
Quick! Into the car! You can't be too careful with money these days.
But where are you taking him?
You're done rambling, my dear. My maximum security twilight home for the bewildered. Oh, a little haven for those bits of human wreckage that the rough seas of life have flung above the tide mark. Oh, and tell your toffee-nosed mother and that idiot Brian that Uncle Bob and his money are in safe hands. Mine. Cast off, Hornbeam!
Aye, aye, madam.
Good luck, Nathan. And be careful.
I'm watching your every move.
Never mind me, you just keep your eyes on the road.
Kindly stop fondling my money.
I'm fondling my own half.
Well, strictly speaking, I'm entitled to more than half. I shall want reimbursing for my expenses. Cost of petrol, wear and tear on the car. But it's true what they say about rich people. Having a lot of money does make one careful with the pennies.
For goodness sake, Mumsy.
The suit. Oh dear. They say that into each life a little rain must fall. Well, there's plenty falling into my life at the moment. I don't know. I feel like a stately home with the rain pouring down on the roof. My slates are slipping, my guttering's gone, and my downspout has been wrenched off. Talk about rising damp. It's more like a rising tidal wave. No. It's a rising periscope. Look, Fanny, you must get out of this habit of locking people up. You always did that when we were toddlers. I remember once you locked Grandma in the toy cupboard, and you could have got into trouble if they'd found her.
You see, gentlemen, mad as a mackerel. All these delusions. He even thinks I am his sister.
What would cause a terrible delusion like that? My own theory is that the man wishes to punish himself for some reason.
That will do, Hornbeam. When we want your opinions on lunacy, we will ask for them.
Very good, madam.
Now, gentlemen, your signatures on the committal certificate, if you please. If you please. I am sure that neither of you would wish to terminate his lucrative connection with this institution. I thought not.
Mummy,
I say, Polly, you got the money?
we're rich. Mummy, something terrible's happened. They've got Uncle Bob.
Oh, not now, Polly. I'm busy.
Hornbeam and Aunt Fanny, they came and took him away.
Fine, dear, fine.
Don't you understand? Uncle Bob's going to be locked up as if he were insane. That awful Aunt Fanny's having him certified.
That'll be nice, dear.
It won't be nice. It's horrible.
Oh, no, Polly, one must be tolerant. There is a hint of peculiarity in the best of families. Why, even with the highest in the land, there's some relative that has to be locked away. Or who certainly ought to be.
Never any good at getting certificates, were you, Robert? Not like me. All those I got at Sunday school, and then triumph after triumph when I took my correspondence course from the University of Wales. O-level harpooning, A-level harpooning, blubber, theory and practical, advanced filleting. Oh, when I think of those wonderful bygone days, I could weep.
Must I sit here listening to all this weeping and wailing? Or wailing? Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? Isn't it? Well, please yourself. Well, kindly get to the point.
The point is, Robert, that you now have a certificate of lunacy, and here you will stay at Dunramlin until such time as I tear it up, which I will do only when you tell me where you have hidden that money.
Ah. Well, Fanny, why don't you come right out with it instead of dropping these obscure hints? Well, I'll tell you where the money is. I have stuffed it in a gnome. Name of Norman.
The name is immaterial. I shall need the address.
That will do you no good, because the money has been retrieved.
Retrieved? By whom?
By whom? Well, by my lovely niece Fabia and my adorable nephew Brian. That is by whom?
985,000, 990,000, 995,000.
That's what I made it.
There's 5,000 missing.
I know there is. I've told you that.
Well, put it back this minute.
I haven't got it. OK, tell you what we'll do. We'll give whoever took it a chance to put it back. We'll turn all lights off for a bit.
While you stuff your pockets with the money, you must think I'm a simpleton. Come on, hand it over. I know you have it about your person.
Oh, I have I? Right then, well, I'll take all my clothes off.
No,
and then
thank you. I'll simply take an extra 5,000.
You will not.
I can tell you exactly where the missing 5,000 is.
Ah, see now, that's your posh public school ethics for you. OK, son, hand it over.
How dare you accuse Julian? If anyone stole the money, I dare say your sly daughter, whom I've always considered as one of nature's shoplifters.
No one's stolen the money, Mumsy. Uncle Bob took it for expenses.
Yeah, that's right, when he was on the run from Aunt Fanny.
Oh, he did he? Well, that was very wicked of him, and he won't get away with it.
Oh, come on, Mums. It is his money after all.
Was, dear, was.
Your mother's right, for once. Wait till I see Uncle Bob.
But that's what I keep telling you. You won't see Uncle Bob. Aunt Fanny's locked him up.
They'll be visiting hours. Not that I'll have time for that sort of thing now.
Oh, answer that for me, will you, Polly?
Hello? Oh, it's Aunt Fanny. For you.
Well, tell her I can't come to the phone right now. I'm too busy counting my money.
That goes for me as well. And tell her, if she thinks we're going to pay Uncle Bob's expenses in that fancy gaff of hers, she's got another thing coming. I prefer the National Health myself.
Tell your mother and that layabout Brian that their dear Uncle Robert stays behind bars until I get that money. If not, his next outing will be to attend a funeral. His own. I'm sure those children won't allow that to happen. Bless their dear, silly, sentimental little hearts.
No Dear, we can't possibly give that money to Aunt Fanny. It would be very, very wrong of us.
But why?
Because it would be giving way to blackmail. And one must never give way to blackmail.
Very true. Good point, that.
What about Uncle Bob?
You'll be all right. Anyway, he won't want us to give that money to Aunt Fanny, would he? He don't like her.
Good point. Very true. Now, let's get this cash safely in the bank as soon as it's over.
I suppose the only thing we can do then is phone the police.
What? Cold coppers? The money you've wasted on this twit's fancy education.
Julian, no police.
But why not?
Well, how can I put this? In view of Uncle Bob's eccentricity, we can't be absolutely sure that this money is...
kosher. Could be a bit iffy, you know what I mean, sunshine? The last people we need sniffing around here are police.
Hello, hello, hello. Morning all.
Don't worry, Uncle Bob.
Sergeant, I then entered to make further investigation. Hearing voices, I proceeded to source of same and could not help hearing this gentleman here say, "The last lot we want here is the police." I then wrote down what he'd said, and then...
Well done, Wilcox.
And then when you came in the room, Sergeant, I read it out to you and you said, "Well done, Wilcox."
Yes, thank you, that's all I want. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Detective Sergeant Bird.
Bird, eh? You'll be with Flying Squad then.
Highly amusing, sir.
Listen, pal, I don't know who you want or what you want, but you're on the wrong track, OK?
I'm looking for a Mrs. Fabia London.
Oh, you're on the right track then. That's her there. Anyway, it's been nice meeting you, Sergeant. Only I'll have a few things to do, so I'll just be off and...
Yes, just one moment, sir. You are Mrs. Fabia London.
Well, Fabia?
And that's your car park outside?
Yes.
See, that's how we traced you, madam, through the registration.
Hey, she drives like a maniac. I knew they'd come for you when it's finished.
What if it is my car?
We have reason to believe it was used in the furtherance of a crime, madam.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
And the alleged criminal act was perpetrated by a man answering your description, sir.
Eh?
I've always suspected him of using my car, officer. I leave my keys freely about. I am far too trusting. Yes, he's definitely the man you want.
Hang on, hey, just a minute. What crime are you on about, anyway?
Gnome napping.
No, I'm napping.
Napping, bashing, snatching, call it what you will, sunshine, but I will not have it on my patch.
Napping, bashing, snatching, call it what you like, sonny boy, but I will not have it on my patch.
Oh, this is preposterous. We at Toadstool House are the makers of the little chaps. We are, in fact, the friends of the gnomes.
That's right. I mean, we love gnomes, us. I mean, we couldn't hurt one.
Oh, yeah. This gnome here, sir. It appears to have been interfered with. In fact, let's be right, its head has been brutally, savagely ripped off. And in the last few hours, I should say.
Well, I mean, I admit that with me, I did it. But see, it had a headache. I'm only trying to mend it. And anyway, we've got nothing to hide here. You can have a look round if you like.
Well,
Come on,
thank you, sir, I will, since you're inviting me.
Oh, that's a good idea. You show him round, and I'll wait here.
Right. Oh, no. Oh, no. You show him round.
We'll both show them round.
Wilcox, you stay here.
The constable comes with us. We have some very valuable antique gnomes in this room. We don't want any pilfering.
With a constable on the premises, madam, we are not going to get any pilfering, are we?
Ah, that might be your experience, pal. Because you lot all stick up for each other, don't you?
Nobody stays in this room. One out, all out.
You some kind of trade union militant, madam?
Oh, officer, how little you know me. Superintendent, your cheerful bunch of gnomes, your happy family of pixies, as it were, none of them smashed.
True.
And anyway, if we want to nap gnomes or bash them, we don't have to go out to do it. We can do it right here in comfort of our own gnome works.
True enough, sir, true enough.
And anyway, a few gnomes have been knocked about, who cares?
Crime is crime, sir, and I have my orders. For all I know, they come from very high up. As high up, sir, as the Gnome Secretary himself. The Gnome Secretary. I have a gut feeling there's something very funny going on here. I can't put my finger on it, but it's something. I shall have to ask you to accompany me to the station.
Are we under arrest?
No, just helping me.
Oh, no, it's not on.
I'm sorry, it's out of the question. Dreadful misunderstanding. We'll be back home in no time.
Listen now, Vicky. I'm holding you responsible for anything that goes missing. You know what I mean?
OK, get the message.
Now, Julian, I want you to listen very, very carefully. I want you to keep a very, very careful eye on things in the office. A very, very careful eye on things.
I understand, Mumsy. You mean the, paperwork?
Nathan! I was so worried.
I'm all right, but Uncle Bob isn't. He's got him locked away in his big house. Walls, gates, guard dogs. It's like a prison.
Well, it's no good lounging around here all day playing ping pong, is it? That's the first thing I notice about this place. The pong is worse than the ping. Well, now, who's in charge of the escape committee? Oh dear, oh dear. Well, who's digging a hole then, a tunnel? You? You're on the top floor, aren't you?
Gentlemen. Settling in, Robert. Making friends.
It's hardly worth the effort with this lot. There's no point in them watching any new series on the telly, is there? Anyway, they've asked me to put in a complaint.
Complaint?
Yes, it's this hymn singing at morning prayers. They say, could we have a change, please, from for those in peril on the sea?
What is wrong with that magnificent hymn?
We are not on the sea.
Only a matter of time. The rate the ice caps are melting, we'll all be afloat before long.
Don't laugh, poor soul. It might be one of your own.
Well, I wish Peter was here. Talk some sense into Mumsy.
I wish Mum was here to give Dad a good rollicking. We can't wait for them to come back. It's up to us to save Uncle Bob. And I say we buy him his freedom. Give Aunt Fanny the money.
Come on, old girl, you can't be serious.
Anyway, if we did, Dad'd go potty, and not to mention your Mum.
If you ask me, they both went potty ages ago.
I'm saying nothing.
You're a gnome wrecker, Sunshine, and I'm going to nail you.
You can't prove anything.
We have a witness. A witness who saw a man pulling the feet off a gnome in the boot of a car. Your car, madam. And the number plate was C.
But you couldn't possibly, not at that distance, not with those glasses, surely.
I never said she wore glasses.
I guessed.
I never said she was a she. Or was that a guess as well?
Oh, it's all bluff and blarney. Where is this witness?
Right outside. We'll have her in, shall we? Wilcox?
Got it now.
Keep your head. She won't recognise you. Your face is instantly forgettable.
Well, madam?
I don't know. I can't be sure.
Well, I can. That's the old bag. I'd recognise her anywhere.
And he calls me a twit.
Ever since I got a sniff of this loot, they've gone really horrible. I don't think that could possibly get worse, but he has.
I say, why don't the four of us just take the bags and fly off to some sun-kissed paradise island? I mean, to hell with Uncle Bob and Aunt Fanny and your father and our mother, and we can just...
Julian!
Oh, I suppose it's a pretty bad idea, really, isn't it?
You see? The money's getting to you too.
Uncle Bob's a crafty old beggar. As soon as we get him out, he'll find some way of getting the money back off Aunt Fanny. And he'll be really grateful to us.
Yeah, and he might actually give us a few quid. Look, if we're going to hand over this cash to old Fanny, I say never mind what might be in it for us. I say do it for Uncle Bob.
You've done nothing but grumble ever since you've been here.
Well, it's this timetable. Look, 3 o'clock this afternoon, lifeboat drill.
I am warning you, Robert. Don't spread dissension among the passengers. I mean the patients. I shall come down very hard on any sign of mutiny.
You know your trouble, don't you? You have never been the same since Captain Bligh broke off the engagement.
Captain Bligh and I were never more than pen friends.
Oh, that's what you say.
A deputation has arrived, madam, from the Gnome Emporium, carrying bags, madam.
The money?
So it would appear, madam.
Brian and Failure, can it be?
Ah, no, sir. The deputation consists of the younger generation. Of Mr. Oldfield and Mrs. London, there is, I fear, no sign.
Right.
Go on.
Right.
Go in. Go in. Go on, up it.
You've not heard the last of this. I happen to be an extremely wealthy woman.
Under the law, there is no such thing as rich or poor, madam.
You must be some sort of communist.
Aren't you going to run us back then?
On your bike.
If I had one, mate, I would.
Oh, don't bandy words with the man. We'll get a taxi.
Who's paying?
Are you really letting them go, Governor?
Well, what can we book them for? Gnome bashing? Now, there's something else going on there. I don't know what it is yet, Wilcox, but it's something fishy.
I believe you have something for me.
Well, that depends. Is Uncle Bob all right?
Safe and snug in his cabin. Have you got the money?
Yes. And now let Uncle Bob go.
All in good time. Hornbeam, count this little lot. I wonder your mother could bear to part with it.
She doesn't know.
Nor does my dad.
Oh, a surprise, eh? Oh, I love surprises. Do they?
Julian! Polly! Where are you? Mum's is back.
Come on, Vicky, you know Dad's back. Get that chick pan on, lass. Where is everybody? What's the matter?
The money's gone.
What?
What have they done with it?
Hang on, there's a note here.
Let me see that. Oh, dear Mummy, we have...
Dear Mummy, I've taken the money to give Aunt Fanny, so she will...
990,000, 995,000.
Well, come on, Hornbeam. You're getting the best bit.
That is it, madam. £5,000 short.
Oh, yes, Uncle Bob took 5,000 for expenses.
Oh, extravagance. That always was my brother's problem. Well, thank you, children. Off you go. This money will give your uncle the occasional treat.
But you said you'd let him go.
A figure of speech, my dear. Besides, you haven't quite met my price. Who says you can't have your cake and your halfpenny?